This is lesson 6, and this is our goodbye to you in the end of this short course. And what did we put into it? The importance of practicing. Often we hear women say nowadays when they're pregnant, I don't have time. And it's certainly true. Many women are working right up to their due date, and fathers are working. We don't have the leisure that we used to have. But when you ask mothers and fathers to be, when your baby's born, if you don't have time now, what are you going to do? And they go, oh, we'll have time. But here's the reality. Your baby's already here. You're pregnant with your baby. Doesn't matter whether it's in your belly or not. Your baby's here, which means you need to find some time. Now, in 1970, when I gave birth, there were no choices, so we didn't spend any of our time trying to research the pros and cons of any medical assessment, monitoring, or procedure, what are now called interventions. We didn't have choices about where to birth or who could be with us. We just birthed in the hospital, and we had the assessments, monitoring, procedures of that evidence-based practice of the day. It's changed quite a bit since then. But the reality is, we can't develop skills without practicing them. And if we're spending X amount of time doing all this research and trying to figure out what our birth plan of what we want and don't want is, how much time do you have to spend learning skills? 1,000 times less. Right? You only need to spend 5, at the most 15 minutes a day for the last 16 weeks of your pregnancy to learn skills. That's compared to the hours that you look on the internet to find out about the risks of this or that, or what are the benefits of this or that. So in fact, learning skills takes infinitely less amount of time. Why do you think we develop them? The other thing we know is that 99% of birthing better skills can be practiced anytime, doing anything. You learned about tension and relaxation. So you can soften inside now. When you're walking down the street, you can practice the variations of the breathing patterns. You can practice the touch relaxation. You can practice all of this doing other stuff. So it takes even less than 5 to 15 minutes a day once you've learned it. You just practice in your mind like all good athletes do, because giving birth is like the ultimate athletic experience, even if you're driving to the hospital, being prepped, and having surgery. Come on. It's infrequent. This is a big event. It's a big activity. It doesn't just happen to you if you have skills. You work through it. So you want to practice, and then, particularly birth coach, listen up. You want to make certain she uses her skills. And if you see that she doesn't, you're going to see her looking and sounding as though she's out of control. That's the final word. Take care.